Hello, and welcome back. And welcome back to Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishments. And we're going to start Riddle on the Rails. We have not started this case. So I think it's appropriate to start with the intro to it.
This trip to the countryside will be good for you, Holmes. As your friend and your doctor, I really do recommend that you give yourself a complete change of scene. Fresh air, brisk walks, bird watching, chopping wood.
Sounds intolerable. Certainly it sounds delightful.
But you haven't yet told me who your friend is, the one we're going to visit.
He is a bee lover.
A bee lover? Do you mean that he keeps bees? That must be Mrs. Hudson, bringing the warm cloth that I requested.
There is someone to see you, Mr. Holmes.
I have no time. Send whoever it is away.
Yes, Holmes, I really think we ought to leave now.
Mycroft.
Sherlock.
Oh, Mr. Holmes? Perhaps you don't remember me. I'm Dr. Watson. We met at the Diogenes Club a few years ago. I documented our encounter in a short story I gave the title The Greek Interpreter.
He does remember you, Watson. My brother remembers everything, and that is why he is so valuable to the government.
We're about to depart for the train station.
I know.
You know?
Sherlock, I need your help. There are people who presently threaten both our country and the Crown itself. You must help us with those methods of yours.
Need? Help? Those are not words I would readily associate with you, Mycroft.
I wrote you a letter, but you did not reply. And this is not about politics. It's about people. People similar to those whom you pretend to defend in your petty detective affairs.
Everything is about politics with you, Mycroft. I'm not interested. Have some of your agents, your spies, or worse, undertake this job of yours. You are defending your people, and they have little to do with the people I choose to help, I can assure you.
That's the point. You think exactly as they do.
Who are they?
The Merry Men. He is talking about the Merry Men, a band of idealistic terrorists.
Sherlock, do please think about it. They are planning something diabolical. Your country needs you.
You need me, Mycroft, and you are not the country. Although if your waistline expands very much further...
Mrs. Hudson, tea will not be necessary. Dr. Watson, the train conductor, Mr. Parker, is aware that you will be 7 minutes late. You are in the 4th car. The train will be waiting for you. Sherlock, enjoy your time in Staffordshire. And do, please, at least write to me on your return.
Okay, let's look at the letters, even though there we go. Even though I read them in the last...
This is where I keep my post.
Oh. Well, you're just going to have to see the last broadcast to know what letter he got. Okay, who's going to take care of Toby while we're gone? Oh. No! Why does he look at her?
Look after Mrs. Hudson for us, Toby.
Holmes, please call a cab while I pack my suitcase. We should be late for the train.
Alright. Do we pack our suitcase? We've got like past 5 months of newspapers, bunch of books. Yeah, okay.
Watson, I'll hold a cab for us. We leave in 5 minutes for the station.
Oh. We didn't get to see their vacation?
What a gloomy night. It was warmer inside the waiting hall.
Since the station master told us that the train is about to arrive, we should not have to wait very much longer.
Yes, at last.
Attention! The train is arriving at the station. Please stand well away from the platform edge.
All two
I'll
of
take your
you.
bags and your blasted archive suitcase. But, Holmes, the headlight, it's faded away.
Something is wrong. I can't hear any sound from the incoming train.
It's a ghost train.
Excuse me, sir. Can you explain what has happened?
I don't know. It's as if the train vanished into thin air.
Holmes, say something.
Quick, fetch a lantern and let us take a look.
It's too dark. Only fog and rails, nothing else.
There is no use in stumbling around here at night. We will come back tomorrow.
Very early. Oh, do we have any deductions? No. Okay.
Well, here we are again at Evesham Station. We have a full day ahead. Let us begin our investigation.
Beautiful English countryside. Yeah. Okay. Watson, what are we doing here?
What should we do next, Holmes?
You're not very helpful. Ooh. Sorry, I thought I was running. I didn't. So R2 does. Oh God. Oh. I understand now. To go that way means to leave. I wanted to talk to those people. Well, fine. Goodness. Anything special? Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. This is the scary case. Great pain cure. He went from that to that. Two trains daily. Wow. Can we weigh ourselves? I think that's for baggage. Oh, railway map.
This map will be useful.
Rub it right off the wall. No one will notice. Railroad line, or Long Island road lines. Coney Island's Manhattan. But that's in America. Raleigh Magazine. Route. Broad gauge locomotives is Western Railway. I cannot say railway. By the end of this broadcast, I will be able to say railway easily. The Great Eastern Railway Hotels. Midland Hotel, Manchester. And a big post in the middle of the thing. Okay. So we get luggage. Nope. Can I look at the plant? Nope. Through here. Left luggage.
First of all, let us examine the area where the train disappeared.
Sure. Sorry, Holmes. My bad. But it was coming from that way, right? I think so. Fine, maybe it was coming from this way. That's very gurgly. Okay. Imagination talent helps you visualize objects and events. Situations.
This is the place where we saw the train vanish last night.
Yes, I am now high on LSD, Watson. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm using my special music. Okay.
A discarded item, possibly thrown from the train. There are no tracks or footprints on the ground.
Watson, get out of the way.
Railway sleepers, nothing unusual.
Watson, just go do something useful. Okay, what was I supposed to do with that?
A discarded item, possibly thrown from the train.
Right, am I supposed to do something else with it? An empty bottle. Ground near the rails. I'm looking at it closely with my Sherlock vision. Oh, the rails.
The rails have not been touched. There's nothing unusual here.
That's what I said.
There are no signs to indicate that the train ran off the track, nor are there any other traces. There is nothing whatsoever. There are no clues. But then, a negative result is also a result.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. No clues, and you're smiling.
Yes, Watson, I do smile on occasion. This mystery appears very promising.
The whole train just disappeared. It's unbelievable.
Inconceivable. Sorry. Beautiful. Does Watson run? Yes, he does. Can you look at this thing? Can we play with it? Nope. Okay, well, let's go. Oh, hey. Hi. Oh. For crying out loud. There.
Good morning. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
Yes, I remember you. I'm Station Master Everett. You were here last night. So, you are Mr. Holmes, the great detective. Will you be investigating what happened?
I shall indeed.
It is extraordinary that an entire train could disappear like that. And to think of all the poor people inside it, the passengers, the driver.
They all just disappeared. Let's do a profile on him. He has that nasty wart, but I guess we're not mentioning it. He's old. Okay. Oh. Fully gray hair. Like I said, he's old. Honorary badge. Shiny buttons. Pocket. Hands. Spots of earth. Oh, wedding ring. So time. It's like, why are you staring at me like that?
Could you please give us any details about the train?
Well, there was nothing so very special about it. At least not that I can recall. My memory's not what it used to be. However, if you need it, you can have the train composition report. It's inside my office.
See you later, my good man.
Let's look at his profile here. This man is in his 60s, and he has been married for a long time. How do we know that? Anyways, the fresh spots of earth on his sleeves reveal a passion for gardening. His badge of Honorable Station Master reveals that he is a long-standing employee. All of this demonstrates his desire to live a quiet and stable life. Alright. So we can look at the ticket office. Hello. Oh, God save the Queen! I can look through the trash? Why not? Okay. Pencil. Okay, message to all stations. Mr. Robinson is located at Bridlington Station. What do we
A
get?
new telegram.
I think we should meet this Mr. Robinson.
Is that Bridlingham? Okay. Train composition. Line Nottingham to London. Train LNRER number 234. Composition locomotive, coal car, first class car, postal wagon, special wagon, ordered by Mr. Robinson. A second class car. Oh, jeez. First class and second class is like separated.
Here is the train set.
Are we going to meet the merry men from Nottingham? Because in like Robin Hood, weren't they in like the Nottingham Forest? Could be. Oops. Okay. Some of the evidence. train vanished with people. There's no traces of the train. That doesn't help. Oh, the little icon means that we can talk about it. I see. We can talk about it with the guy.
A telegraph.
Yeah, good. Oh, I'm so sorry for yawning. Okay, look at these. But these could all be clues. Bolton Abbey. You never know. What about this? Reports. Why can't we look at that? And why can't we see who's behind this door? Oh, notice. Special notice. Too bad he needs glasses and can't read. Okay. Can you tell me about the special wagon?
According to the train composition report, there was a special wagon. What does that entail?
That's a highly secure car, ordered by a private party. It is generally to carry something of value. Those wagons have iron walls, you know, without any windows. And they're fitted with a complex key lock.
That is important information. Do you know what was inside this particular wagon?
Certainly not. No, that's private. And it's not my responsibility to allot the wagons to whoever.
What about the passengers?
Was there anything exceptional about any of the passengers aboard the train?
What do you mean? Like officials? I wouldn't know. Oh, but now that you mention it, yes, there was something. There was a message from Bridlington station saying that the train had been delayed because of an issue with the passengers. But what kind of problem that they didn't say?
That is interesting. You mentioned a problem at Bridlington station. I should like to visit this station. Could you mark it on the local map?
Of course. It's a suburban railway station. You might take a cab there.
See you later, my good man.
Can we look in here?
Railway post bags.
That's where it came from. Ooh, a junk pile. That looks like fun to play with. Oh, we can play with it. Yay.
This part is probably from a locomotive.
See, he's so smart.
An old locomotive bell. This place serves as a storage area for the station. This part is probably from a locomotive.
Can we turn this crank? I want to turn the crank. No. Whee! Okay. Alright, let's go to Bridlington. Be nice if we could take the train there. Oh, there's England for you. Nice cloudy sky.
The whole train just disappeared. It's unbelievable.
God save the Queen! Hello. Oh, you're angry. Oh.
This is an absolute scandal. It's always the same with these rail companies. No respect for the customer.
Looks exactly like that one kid from the last thing. Sorry, my sister just sent me a text. Cheap ticket. Alright.
Please calm down, sir. What is your concern?
Concern? What is my concern? I'll tell you what my concern is. Last night I were on the train as usual with my colleague, heading home. Then along came this ridiculous ticket inspector, who started arguing that our tickets were invalid. He made us get off the train, and he was extremely rude about it.
Were you aboard the train that vanished last night?
Yes, I heard that it disappeared. But I don't care because we would have stopped before then anyway. Our tickets were valid and no doubt about it. And then, to top it all, the ticket inspector pushed everyone else out too, except for a bunch of rich. Well, because their type don't need a ticket.
Can you recall anything more specific about this fortunate group?
Well, yes. They were all foreigners. Spanish-looking toffs with snake eyes.
Ooh.
Goodbye, sir.
Okay, by the passenger's hands and clothes, he appears to be a specialized worker. He has no baggage and is alone. He is not traveling nor on vacation with his wife. He takes the train on a daily basis to get to work and back. In this event, he should be accustomed with the railway and be familiar with the stations and his regular fellow passengers. Hey, it's Mr. Robinson.
Good day to you, sir.
Good day. To whom am I speaking?
My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is...
Are you a representative of this damned railway company? Because I have a complaint.
We are not from the railway company. We are...
Well, in that case, Mr. Shamrock Flomes, please excuse me, but I'm not in the mood for idle chit-chat at the moment.
We are going to so stare at you and scrutinize you. Australian hat. Expensive. expensive clothes. Heavy gold ring. Fancy shoes. Crocodile skin.
You must be Mr. Robinson, is that correct?
Yes?
I am leading the investigation of the disappearing train. It would help if you could answer my questions.
Ah, well, all right. I have nothing to hide.
I presume it was you who placed the order for the special wagon.
Yes. It was to transport my valuable prototype safely to London. My prototype is a revolutionary device. It is capable of producing electricity. I'm a businessman and an engineer. I had already found several potential customers for my invention, but I was very optimistic about the directors' board who were travelling on the train last night.
You mentioned a director's board. Which company do they own?
The Chilean Barcazes Company. I had made an appointment with them. Now they are lost, along with the train and my prototype.
What do you know about the Barcazes Company?
It's a large South American company. They showed a great deal of interest in my prototype, and they seemed wealthy enough to do business with.
This revolutionary machine of yours, was it very valuable?
For God's sake, sir, it is priceless. It could change the world we live in, and yet I was selling it for almost nothing. I am a humanitarian, you see.
Of course.
I do not know if I will ever be able to get over this disaster. I cannot believe that it disappeared with that damn train.
Mr. Robinson, could you please clarify? Were you travelling alongside your prototype?
Yes, I was. But I had to step off the train. And all because of this stupid station master.
I received a telegram declaring that an important person, a Mr. Bromsby, wished to see you in the waiting room. I merely informed you of this.
Mr. Bromsby is a wealthy gentleman. His interest in my invention was truly unexpected. So yes, of course, I agreed to see him. Unfortunately, he wasn't there. I thought perhaps he might have been delayed, so I chose to wait a while. But despite my requests, the train left the station without me. Absolutely unacceptable.
The timetable is strict. We cannot wait any longer. The regulations require the train to be on time.
You are an idiot. You will pay for it. I will sue you.
Wow.
The ticket inspector forced all the passengers from the train except...
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. All right. There we go. Oh boy. Chilean stay on the train was just coincidence. Train conductor overlooked them. The directors of the Chilean Barcazes company were intentionally left behind the train. The controller removed all passengers from the train except for the... I think that's how it was. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. Wait. Remember that station master guy? We're coming in. Hope you don't mind. And we're going to... Oh, there's a gap in the floor. And a sheet of paper.
The insurance policy for Robinson's machine. A significant sum.
Insurance organized by Thomas L. Robinson for his prototype called the Autonomous Electricity Generator. This policy partially covers the loss of the prototype up to 50% of its value. Maximum cover amount, 15,000 pounds. Insurance duration, 1 year, renewable. Huh. Okay, so let's see his... Robinson is a wealthy man who holds a high position in society, clearly indicated by his expensive clothes and golden ring. His Australian hat and crocodile shoes may allow us to deduce that he is a foreigner who traveled to England. Most likely he's here due to a business trip. Okay.
A telegraph.
Something on this typewriter we should know about. What about over here on the bulletin board? Okay, let's talk to him.
Good day to you, gentlemen. How may I help you?
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I am investigating the unfortunate disappearance of last night's train.
I see. I'm Station Master Bertram, but my supervisor has not informed me about this. I do not know if...
Do not worry. I have only a few questions.
Young age. You know, he always says, my name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm investigating what... But he doesn't, like, show a badge or anything. And everyone just kind of lets him do what he wants to. He's still looking at instructions. Cool.
Station Master Everett from Evesham told us that you reported a problem with some passengers last night.
Indeed. This train is a regular line for those who work at Nottingham. But yesterday, everyone was asked to get off the train here at my station. I've no idea why, and it delayed the train. But the worst of it is that now I have to deal with 2 furious passengers who are complaining about the company's service. They stayed here the whole night, but people do not usually pay much attention to the regulations, you see. There are very strict and clear rules. Paragraph 234 of Article 2G-43 states that in the event of a complaint, you must...
Yes, thank you. I understand. Apart from the passengers disembarking, did you notice anything else that was unusual last night?
I did, and I mentioned it in my report to our higher management on the matter.
What was it?
Sorry, but I can't tell you. The station master's reports are confidential.
Confidential, you say? How long have you been working here?
I have worked here long enough to be quite capable of managing a railway station.
Let me speak frankly, Mr. Bertram. Your age and your lack of confidence in your position are quite apparent. You cannot deny that you have only recently completed your studies.
I was at the top of my class.
Listen here, young man. I am aware that you wish to protect yourself behind all these regulations, but I represent the law.
And you are obstructing the investigation of an important case. I would suggest that you cooperate with Mr. Holmes. Think of your career.
Ooh.
Ah, that is... Well, I'll tell you everything. First of all, I scolded the ticket inspector, for it was he who asked the passengers to leave the train. It was not his right to do so. He was very rude. And then, later on, I received a most peculiar telegram from my colleague at Chesterfield Station, the next stop along the line.
What did the telegram say?
Well, that was the peculiar thing. It was almost unreadable. It was full of errors and awfully vague. It was hard to understand if the train had correctly passed that station or not. You can read it for yourself.
We ought to visit Chesterfield Station. We need to confirm if the station master saw the train or not.
Yeah, it's like... That is interesting. Okay, let's look at his thing here. The station master of Bridlington is fairly young. He tries to keep his uniform clean, and he is attentive to his duties. Fresh ink stains upon the fingers of his right hand indicate that this young man has been writing a great deal. It seems that he has almost completed his education, and this is his first serious position. Wait, who's that? Oh, okay.
Don't touch anything, please.
No, we will touch everything. Okay, let's talk to him about his insurance policy.
According to this document, you have insurance for your prototype.
Oh, thank God. Where did you find it?
Near the telegraph station.
I must have lost it when I tried to send a message, which I was prevented from doing.
I apologise for that, but regulations state that public access to the telegraph is strictly prohibited.
Upon my word, you keep on digging that hole of yours. You have no idea who I am.
I see that you kept your grip sack with you. Why don't you leave it in the luggage room?
I've had other things to think about. I lost my prototype. And this idiot station master just stands here doing nothing to help.
Oh, but...
Well, that won't do at all. Station master, I believe that the regulations state that any passenger luggage should be taken to the luggage room.
Oh, he's not going to like that.
I'll do it right away, sir. Sorry, sir.
This Robinson is quite a character. We should learn more about him.
I will not move from here until I receive my refund.
It's a scandal. An absolute outrage.
Okay, let's go look at the luggage room.
Railway post bags.
There's his luggage thing.
This grip sack belongs to Mr. Robinson.
I think we should open it, Holmes.
Of course it does.
This is what they call force majeure. I'll keep watch.
Of course.
Oh, here we go again. Well now. Uh-huh. There we go. Right? Now? Ah, there we go.
Look, Watson, a bundle of contracts. Very suspicious. We should study them carefully.
Why are contracts suspicious? Okay, this is an exclusive sales contract regarding the prototype invention dedicated to appliance supplying electricity in an autonomous way. Emerson Electric Company, the buyer, understand that they are purchasing this device as is and are in agreement. Mr. Thomas L. Robinson, the seller, is not responsible for any problems that may arise with the prototype after the purchase, whether or not those issues were known by either party at the time of the purchase. The buyer is obligated to make prepayment in amount of 10% of the prototype price in advance upon signing the contract. The remainder should be transferred within a 1 month term. Okay, so I guess we...
An exclusive sales contract. Mr. Robinson is the seller.
There wasn't anything else, was there? I guess switch the page. Oh.
Yet another exclusive sales contract.
The Hong Kong General Electric Company.
Mr. Robinson is the seller. Yet another exclusive sales contract.
Ah, the Barcas. The Chilean company.
Mr. Robinson is the seller. Yet another exclusive sales contract.
The medicine. So he's selling this.
Mr. Robinson is the seller. Well, it is very clear that this Mr. Robinson received prepayments from various people for his machine.
Wow. Prototype has insurance, and it has many customers. Okay, now. Special wagon, and it has insurance. Okay. The loss of the prototype will bring a lot of easy money to Mr. Robinson, thanks to the insurance and multiple fraudulent exclusive contracts. Aha. Okay. Successful dispatcher reported by telegraph the arrival and departure of the magistrate. Nope. Nope. Oh, yay, we found one. Oh, we got another decision. The loss of the machine is a disaster for Mr. Robinson. Even though he planned this fraud, he has lost far more than he could gain. The insurance will not cover the total cost of the prototype. That is true. But what if I say this? I don't know. Okay. Anything else looking in here? So look in the warehouse. Nothing in the warehouse. Well, that's no fun. Ooh, what about this place down here? Oh, hey. Hello. Okay, you just sit there by your tree then. Oh, that stupid thing! He keeps jumping out of me. Why you gotta jump out like that? Can we go?
I will not move from here until I receive my refund.
What about that little place? Oh, yep. No? Alright, I guess we travel. To Chesterfield. Crime and punishment. Dostoevsky. Ooh. Grand demonstration. Raleigh House grounds. Serious drama in London. 3,000 more officers will get call. Hello? Oh goodness.
A telegraph.
I had thought that all station masters knew the Morse code, but apparently not.
Wait a minute. Oh, this is for don't understand. Interrogation, exclamation. That means exclamation? Dang.
I had thought that all station masters knew the Morse code, but apparently not.
That looks yummy. Hey, let's take some of these coins. He looks horrible.
How could he fall asleep at work like this? Excuse me, sir. Wake up. Ah, his breath. He must have swallowed half a distillery.
And that explains the how.
By his sleeping off the alcohol, you mean? Wake up, please, sir.
Huh? What? The
That's
18
the
hours
Queen.
72 train has arrived?
Good day to you. We are investigating the disappearance of last night's train, and we should like to ask you a few questions.
Clothes. Married. Alcohol flask. The fishing line.
Were there any passengers who got off that particular train at your station last night?
No, nobody, it seems to me. Although I did not leave my office, so...
No doubt you were very busy.
You don't say. You can't ever get any peace around here. Now you have to send a telegram each time a train arrives and departs.
So that would explain the strange message.
The
He's
station
drunk.
master Bertram from Bridlington showed me a strange telegram that he received from you last night. It concerned the train. but it was barely comprehensible.
What? He's a fastidious little twerp, that Bertram. I remember everything quite clearly. It was late, and I was tired, but I did my work. So what? There's no need to be so petty.
Binge drinking, your train was delayed. Let's look at the evidence a second. Binge drinking.
You were not tired, you were inebriated. Tell me the truth now, or I shall not hesitate to document your state in my report.
My friend means that you will end up by being sacked from your position.
All right. So I was drunk. I don't remember all of yesterday, to be truthful to you. Please don't go harsh on me.
Holmes, this man has consumed a considerable amount of alcohol. He's not entirely helpless yet, but...
It will not be long before he is. Obviously, his testimony cannot be trusted.
So he's untrustworthy. So is a telegram. The train passed through Chesterfield Station, despite being unsure if the station master sent the report. The train never passed through Chesterfield Station. The train master was drunk. His testimony seems unreliable. He could have sent the report without witnessing the train. Well, why would he send a report if there was no train? He wouldn't have been bothered to, right? Okay, what if we do that? Nothing happens. What if we do this? Nothing happens. If he was drunk, he wouldn't have sent the report. Okay, hold on. Let me look at this report. Yeah. Advanced train is full of errors and barely readable. Hard to understand if you commit. Okay. So exactly. Field railway station. Blah, blah, blah. Arriving at whatever 30 departed. Whatever 35. Yeah, you can't get any piece around here. You have to send a telegram each time a train arrives in the park. So why would he have sent the telegram at all if he didn't see the train? Alright, let's look at this thing. I'm sorry. Oh. The Chesterfield station master is addicted to alcohol. The hue of his face and his nose in particular can confirm this without any doubt. His wife takes good care of him in spite of this. He is lazy, distracted, and obviously not in a position to perform his duties well.
Oh, will I ever get any peace?
No, but you've got many plates of dinner all around your place. You must eat very well. Best fishing at our... That's right, the guy had
A
fishing
fishing
line.
advertisement.
What, can we go talk to him about fishing now?
Oh, will I ever
Oh,
get any
fine.
Locked.
Oh.
There is no sense in asking the station master to open it.
Oh.
We shall have to pick the lock.
Okay. Ugh. Wait. Let's go with the easier line. Okay. Oh, there's traces. Goodness.
Bags were recently dragged here.
Ah.
French wine. A remarkable vintage. These bottles are too expensive for a station master's wage. They were likely taken from the parcels.
Shameful.
Shameful.
Railway post bags.
Warehouse? Oh.
A handcar wheelbase. Interesting. It appears that elements of the same construction were scattered everywhere.
It's a kit. Let's make one.
Watson, please tell me, do you believe in magic?
Of course not, Holmes.
Of younger.
Then you are of the opinion that a train cannot simply disappear.
Well, we both know that that is obvious. Why are you asking such peculiar questions?
A little patience, Watson. You will understand my point quite soon. So, are you quite certain that you saw the train at Evesham Station?
Yes, of course. We saw it coming. The headlights. And heard the whistle.
But that is it. We didn't see the train itself.
But... Oh, Holmes, I'm a little confused.
Okay. And no traces of the train. The dismantled handcar seems directly connected to our mystery. Reconstruct the handcar, yay, to see if it can imitate the vanished train. All right. Obviously, the wheels go here.
I should use the appropriate object here.
Well, it goes...
I should use the appropriate
Well,
object
my goodness,
here.
how am I supposed to... Oh. Now I can put it there. Okay. So I've got that. This thing goes here. This thing... What the hell is this thing? I don't even know. Brake straight.
I should use the appropriate
All right.
object here.
So I use... Okay. Brake straight.
I should use the appropriate object here.
Breaks joint.
I should use the
Oh my
appropriate
gosh!
object
Okay.
here.
Breaks joint. Okay.
I should use the appropriate object here. I should use the appropriate object here.
Okay. That's a small gear. Yep. Is there anything else?
I should use the appropriate object here.
Anything else? Just that small gear. That's all there is to use. Oh, what's this? Oh.
I should use
No,
the
not
appropriate
that.
object here.
Oh, small gear housing. Okay. Small gear housing. Okay. Wooden board, wooden base. Okay. Brakes. Actually, no. Brakes. Brakes joint. Ta-da!
So,
I
now
made
here we
this.
have the fake train that we saw approaching Evesham Station last night.
Doesn't look much like a train to me.
Be patient, Watson, I haven't finished yet. Try using your imagination.
Shut up
Our
and don't be
train
stupid.
requires only a headlight and a steam whistle.
Pretty sure I saw a headlight in here. There we go.
I need something long for the headlight to be attached.
Okay, let's get out of that. There. Okay. Long for the headlight to be attached. Okay. Put it in here. That's long. That's okay. There we go.
The long pole is now attached. It will allow us to connect the headlight. The headlight is attached. The steam whistle is now connected.
Holmes, what can we do to make the steam whistle work?
It is
Blow on it.
elementary, my dear Watson.
Oh.
We shall need a fire extinguisher.
A fire extinguisher. Fire extinguisher. They had those? Oh, look. Found it.
The fire extinguisher. Now let us see what we have here. First of all, let us pump the pressure inside the extinguisher. The steam whistle is ready to be used.
Okay. How do we turn on the light? need to find a way to turn on a light.
This Robinson fellow seems suspicious to me.
Thank you, that was very helpful, Watson. Light. Okay, we can make the whistle blow. How do we do the light? Oh. Ah! Okay.
Watson, I do believe that we have created an exact replica of the train that vanished in front of us last night. The criminal mind can be most inventive. I am somewhat in awe.
So such a thing is possible. If someone went to all the trouble of creating this fake train, then it was surely with the intention of stealing the real one.
Ah, Watson, you should not jump to conclusions. In fact, this does not tell us very much at all, except that the train did not evaporate into thin air.
Although you half suspected.
At any rate, we now need to find where the real train might be hidden. I suggest we use my archives to find a more detailed map of our surroundings.
Well, I hope that justifies our having to load your massive archive suitcase onto the cab. It made us extremely unpopular with our driver.
The train never reached Evesham. It disappeared earlier and was faked by somebody using a handcar and spare train parts from Chesterfield Station. So that means it never passed through Chesterfield. Okay, no aha moment. Alright, well, fine. Okay. So where is his stuff? Let's look at the luggage. Oh yeah, we already looked at that. It's a nice little waiting hall. So where would our luggage happen to be? Oops. We can examine the waste bin.
This bin is full of empty bottles.
Will I ever get any peace?
Right, Watson, you're in the way. Another fire stick. Our luggage is what? Here? Oh, there we go.
Now we have two maps. We must combine them properly.
Oh, wait, there's a river. There we go, right there. He's not saying anything. But it matches. Right, is there another way? This is the only one that matches perfectly. How can I confirm? That's aggravating. Oh, and there's a big pond. Okay. Let's see.
Here it is. There is a side branch to the railway. Its first switch is located between Bridlington and Chesterfield stations. There is one more station to be visited. It is located between Chesterfield and Evesham, and there should be a side railway to the nearby quarry. There is a small section of a railway at the end of Evesham station. This suitcase contains my archives. We can consult with it if needed. It is fortunate that we took it with us.
Okay. So now we... Ooh, okay. Now let's go to that station. Doncaster. What's with this creepy music? What's in?
A funny character. He looks anxious.
Wait, he's not a something. Shoot. Sorry about that.
This scent is familiar to me, but in order to recognize it, I must combine my associations into one picture.
Oh. This one was a lot easier than the boat.
A greenish-brown cigar with a strong aroma, a hint of peppermint. Ricardo.
You already know the name of this man? Holmes, you amaze me.
No, Watson, I refer to the cigar. It is a Ricardo Tarrant, a Mexican cigar of an excellent quality. Quite an expensive one, too.
It's the Chileans.
This ashtray is full of ash and cigar stubs. Apparently, there was a conflict between the Mexicans and the Chileans. This ashtray is full of ash and cigar stubs. A greenish-brown cigar with a strong aroma, a hint of peppermint. These ashes and cigar stubs are similar to the one that we found on the floor. Some of the stubs were recently smoked. There are others that appear fairly old.
That means that the fellow spent several days here. Judging by his clothes, he's hardly a traveller or a tramp.
Well concluded, my dear fellow. A man who smoked the Ricardo brand of Mexican cigar spent several long days at Doncaster Station.
That must have sucked. God save the Queen! Yeah. Horse racing.
Newspaper articles on horse racing. Hurdle, steeplechase and flat racing. He is a true enthusiast, Holmes.
Betting slips for horse racing. The sums are quite impressive.
It can be an expensive vice. This man had probably used all his savings.
A telegraph.
Holmes, look. There's a flooded area over here.
I believe that the flooded area might be worth checking.
Is there anything in the basket? No. Get out of the way. Can we look in the luggage place?
Railway post bags.
Oh.
This post bag belongs to the station master.
Oh, let's snoop. Okay, 7 Alpine Street, Basford, Nottinghamshire. My darling, I ask you to trust me this time. I shall soon have more than enough money to repay the house mortgage. It's only a matter of days. You may continue living in the house without me, since that is your wish. Please know that I still care about you and hope that you will forgive me one day, despite all of the harm I have caused in recent years. Okay.
The station master appears to have found himself in some financial trouble.
Probably from the horse racing. Cornwall Advocate Agency, Main Road, Bromley, London. In reply to your last warning letter, I wish to assure you that I shall soon honor all of the latest installments that I need to pay according to my debts. Yours faithfully, Edward Duff. Watson. This is a big, very neatly organized warehouse.
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. John Watson. We are investigating the case of the vanished train.
Is that so? Well, good day, gentlemen. I'm Mr. Duff, the station master of this station.
Mr.
I'll be
Duff.
happy to help you in any way I can, but there's not much that I can tell you about last night.
Melancholy. So much. Missing button. Goodness. Oh, he's taking off his ring.
It appears that you may be at risk of some flooding along the line here.
You mean that the whole bloody lake is at our feet?
Quite so. But it is strange, because according to my map, there should be a quarry here, and behind that, the lake.
How should I know? I only arrived here a few months ago.
And where did you work before that?
Well, I was working in Nottingham, but I asked for a quieter place, so they transferred me here. Life is cheaper. I can't really complain.
Did any passengers leave or board the train last night?
No. I saw no one as usual. I reported the train's passage by telegraph. Just the same as all the other nights.
I observe that you are a gambling man, Mr. Duff. You had hoped that your relocation to this small town might have helped ease your addiction, but it was not to be.
I beg your pardon? Addiction to what?
Horse racing tickets.
We found a number of horse racing tickets inside your office. Well, well, we all have our weaknesses. An expensive obsession, surely, for a station master.
It is none of your business. I occasionally attend the races with my colleagues. And anyway, that's my private life.
There was a gentleman of Mexican origin, I believe, in the waiting room. Did you notice him?
What? A Mexican? Here in the back of beyond? Are you quite sure about that?
Goodbye, sir. It is obvious that we cannot inspect the quarry. Instead, we can check the beach area around the flooded lake.
Station Magistrate at Doncaster received money recently. Jared is... okay. Train passed through Doncaster Station. He reported it. Train never passed through Doncaster. Lied and sent a false report. Perhaps he was bribed with the money he desperately needed. Ooh. What if I said this? Yeah. Okay. Where'd the Mexican go? Yeah. Okay. Boy, all this flying debris. My goodness. How far are we supposed to go? Oh, the beach. There we go.
Here we are at the beach that is located near the quarry and Doncaster station. It doesn't look like a very good place to rest. These traces were made by a carriage. Look. The vehicle would have been heavy, as these tracks are quite deep. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here.
What am I supposed to do with that thing? What is it?
Nothing
oh, I see.
Interesting
Okay.
Here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here.
Oh, goodness.
Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here.
What am I supposed to measure?
Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. The distance between the tracks is about 6 feet 7 inches. The vehicle pressed this stone into the ground. It would have been quite heavy. These traces are relatively fresh and were made by a large truck loaded with materials. An advertisement for lake cruises. An abandoned gypsy caravan.
The boots.
This place was abandoned fairly recently.
Is that blood?
Observing the coastline and the moored boats, we are able to see that the lake's water level dropped.
A little
The
bit.
lake has flooded the quarry. The dam was probably breached.
Greetings from the lake beach? Lake beach? No. Watson, get out of my way. What is this? Okay, great. Nine refuse left on the sand. Roar. Metal plate. Metal label. Las Zarpas.
A label with the name Las Zarpas.
exit. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Alright, well, I guess we're now at the beach. Alright, let's go to the railway switch. Get anything new? Yeah, didn't think so. Here's something heavy that was dragged. Are we gonna notice it?
The switch is rusted, but it still works.
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
Mines.
Mines? This is interesting. It would be quite possible for someone to redirect the train towards the mines.
Shall we go to the mines? I think we're gonna have to travel. Yeah. More deductions? Nope.
Here are the mines, Holmes. They appear to be abandoned.
Oh my.
A lightly loaded vehicle came this way.
Here we go again.
Nothing interesting.
Oops.
Nothing interesting here.
Oh my gosh.
Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. The distance between the tracks is about 4 feet 8 inches. A lightly loaded vehicle came this way. There is a wooden beam lying on the rails.
Oh
A small vehicle with wooden beams went down this way.
This is an administrative panel. See what it says.
This is an information sign. It might contain some useful data. We should restore it.
Yeah.
Watson, you are a gentleman, and gentlemen tend to carry handkerchiefs. Might I borrow yours?
And where is your own?
I haven't the faintest idea.
Very well. Here it is.
WEA, coal. These mines belong to them.
This mine has completely collapsed, Holmes.
It is curious, but to be truthful, I am not entirely surprised.
It's difficult to follow you, Holmes.
Obviously, we can't go back that way. Let's get the crap out of me, though. Watson! Okay, empty place. Traces on ground. Missing rails.
Someone removed these screws, most probably to take down the rails. A few feet of the rails have been dismantled.
Collapsed mine, pile of stones. Paper package.
This is an unusual kind of paper, stiff and dry. It was used for a specific purpose. Let us look inside. Sawdust. I am almost certain it is a... Watson, could you assist, please? Do you have your pistol? Good. Fire at this package.
Well, it's in my hands. No. Whee! Let's do it again.
Dynamite.
Wow. Okay. Collapsed. Mines were blasted. Mines were collapsed to hide the train. Dynamite was used after the train was designed. Mines were collapsed with dynamite. Somebody wanted to close them intentionally. I would go with that. Okay. Well, poop. Alright, so what if we said that? Robinson. I don't know. Let's just continue on. Mine guards.
This is the cabin for the mine's security personnel. This box must be the safe. Let's open it.
Ah. There we go. Really?
The Mexican company Caracal and the Chilean Barcazas both want to buy the mines. I need more information. Perhaps Mycroft could help.
Why would he help when we wouldn't help him? New instructions to all WA coal security personnel. We inform you that the representatives of the Barcazas group are granted free access from now on. The company is the future owner of the mines. Also, starting from today, a no trespassing rule is upheld against any representative of the Caracal consortium. The preliminary contract of sale has been canceled. Do not provide any explanation. This information is confidential.
Watson, it seems that both South American companies were involved in the purchase of the mine.
The man at Doncaster who flared our approach, he smokes Mexican cigars. Perhaps...
Yes, Watson. We should certainly speak with him.
Really, that's it? What about this other building? Alright, who's playing with stones out here? I heard that. Oh. This stupid book gonna pop up in front of my face. That sounds scary in there. We are gonna stay the hell away from that place. Okay. So how do we get in touch with Mycroft? Use the telegraph to... Oh, okay. We examined the side railway branch. Examine the side railway branch. That leads to the quarry. Evesham. That's all right.
The entire train has disappeared. It's a disaster.
We should go back to Doncaster. Or to Chesterfield. What was the place that had the telegraph thingy? Use the telegraph to discover more. There we go. Contact Mycroft.
I asked Mycroft to find out some information on the WEA Coal Company. Here is his reply, and it is an interesting one.
There are two companies, the Chilean Barcazas and the Mexican Caracal. Both wanted to purchase the WEA coal mines. The Mexican Caracal Consortium had established an initial deal and had prepared all the papers. However, the Chilean Barcazas group, aided by their influential connections, managed to snatch the concluding deal for the mines. Uh-huh. The Mexicans held no grudge against Chileans. No, that's not true. Well, dang it. Chileans made the train vanish in order to steal the prototype from Mr. Robinson. No. But what's this little thing down here? Oh. Bribed. Fixed by hand car, yes. Has to hide the train. Yep. Okay, so Doncaster. Railway switch to the mines. But if it was coming from Nottingham... Search the archives. Okie dokie, let's go search the archives. Okay. Electric oil was one. Papers. Dang, he's got all... research. Some symbols. Yeah. There we go. The Las Zarpas barges are leaders in heavy goods transportation. The Las Zarpas label belongs to the Mexican consortium Caracal, who covers shipping, electricity services, and mining.
Here it is.
Hey. There we go. Mexicans had recently utilized barges at the lake, probably to transport something very heavy. Sure. Yeah. Okay. No. That's right. Okay. Now what? Go to Doncaster and see if we can find the Mexican.
Please, sir, we would ask you not to leave. We have some questions.
Are you the police?
Yes.
No, we are employed by the railway company. We are collecting witness statements about the train that disappeared last night.
Lo siento, I'm in a hurry.
Really? It seemed that you were waiting here for someone. Could you tell us if you were at the station last night?
No, I just arrived from South America.
A formidable journey, no doubt. Which country are you from?
De Chile.
Wrinkles. Smart clothes. Strong build. Expensive cigar. Martial arts. Ooh.
Chile? But you are Mexican.
No, you are wrong. Why would you think I'm Mexican?
The Mexican cigars?
Because of your cigars.
Sí, cigarrillos. So what?
Those cigars are the Ricardo brand, from Mexico. It is quite impossible to find them anywhere but there.
Pero not your business.
I don't suppose that you are on vacation. What business brought you here?
It's not your business
I was
either.
to meet my fellow compañeros who were due to arrive yesterday. They were on that damn train.
Well, I'm
I
afraid
will
they're
stay
inside of a
here
mine.
and hope that the authorities find them, or their bodies. It's now my responsibility to repatriate them.
Who authorized you to do that?
The company I work for.
Could you tell me the name of the company?
It's not your concern.
Yes, it is.
And what is your name?
Enough questions. Buenas tardes.
Not a very friendly man, and he is lying. He said that he just arrived, but we know that he has been here for several days.
Mexican Caracal Company held a grudge against Chilean Bacazas Group as Chileans were favored for purchasing the W. Yep. The Mexicans are angry! Mexicans organized the Chileans to stay on the train, so the controller removed all of the passengers except for the Chileans. Okay, it's a Mexican trap. Dang it, we're never going to get to do anything with the rails. The flooded quarry. Oh, missed Doncaster. Okay. Where'd the Mexican guy go?
You'll find nothing interesting here, I'm afraid.
Indeed. What's in this big trunk? Really? Leave another message in the ashtray? Nope. Look at that burned piece of paper. Where is that? Burned note was found in the ashtray. It still has a few legible sentences that highlight a conflict between the Mexicans and Chileans. Okay. Let's see his portrait. Judging by the expensive brand of this man's cigars and the clothes that he wears, we may conclude that he is financially wealthy. The strong smell of his tobacco surrounds him, and his breathing is harsh, indicating that he has been smoking heavily for the past few days. The backs of his hands are red and calloused, the sign of a man who is well practiced in the martial arts. Side Railway Branch at Evesham. Oh, is that this? Oh.
There was a building here not so long ago.
But I don't understand, Holmes. Why would anyone destroy the shed in such a manner?
It was disassembled in great haste. It is most odd.
Most odd. Okay. What's this thing? Nothing. Multiple traces. Wheel traces. Heavy vehicle traces.
Traces. Let's take a closer look.
Please don't make us measure it.
The distance between the
yay.
tracks is about 6 feet 7 inches. The vehicle would have been heavy, as these tracks are quite deep. These traces are relatively fresh and were made by a large truck loaded with materials. The traces found at the disassembled shed near Evesham and at the lake were from the same vehicle.
Ooh.
This road should lead to the town of Evesham.
What about this switch thingy? Oops. No. This. No. Okay, what if he's not a victim? Okay. Disassembled warehouse near Evesham. Deep traces left by a large truck with a base of around 6 feet 7 inches that was most likely transporting materials. Who do we talk to about that? This guy? Yes.
It appears that there was a small warehouse near your station and that it was disassembled. Why is that?
It was burgled overnight about 2 weeks ago. The police have already started their investigation, but I doubt that they'll find anything.
What was inside the warehouse?
Nothing of value. A few 100 feet of standby rails and some spare railway parts. But it wouldn't be easy to steal all of that. Why would anyone want to?
See you later, my good man.
There. Somebody stole the rails to temporarily cover the missing section of the railway into the mines. Ooh. Train is sealed underneath the collapsed mines. The Mexicans sealed in the Chileans. It was a carefully planned murder. The Mexicans killed the Chileans and sealed the train underneath the collapsed mines to hide their crime. Hold on. Examine the side railway branch that leads to the quarry. The station located between Chesterfield and Evesham. Between Chesterfield and Evesham. Chesterfield and Evesham. So we go to Doncaster. So there's a switch somewhere. Aha.
This railway branch should lead to the quarry. Let us take a look. The switch is rusted, but it still works.
Ah! I wanted to look at those. Ugh. There's nothing there. I thought those were bottles. Okay. So now we go this way. Watson, get out of the way. Oh.
The rail is rusted and looks old, but the railway is still usable. The railway ends here. That is strange.
Train could have been sunk in the flooded quarry. Train cannot be sunk in the flooded quarry because the old railway that leads there is missing some rails. Okay. Somebody stole the rails to temporarily cover the missing section of the old railway to the flooded quarry. Somebody stole the rails to temporarily cover the missing section of the railway into the mines. Mexicans sealed in the Chileans. Or Okay, so... the drunk guy would not have done the telegraph if he had not seen the train. But it would be more poetic justice if it... I'm just going to look it up to make sure. Just make sure. There we go. Final deduction. Oh, indeed. That makes sense. Okay, so I was right. I was right because... Yeah, because he would not have sent the telegraph if it had not passed him. Alright. So, blind justice, the Mexicans' inhumanity towards the Chileans has cost many lives. We must act quickly, contact Lestrade, and allow the police to perform their loud and swift injustice, even at the risk of international conflict or political gain. A criminal organization such as this cannot be confronted directly. It requires a delicate approach. Give Mycroft the chance to resolve the conflict, even though it might be protracted, and turn to his own advantage. I would say political game. Yes. Wait a minute. This is continue the investigation. Have we found all the clues? Solve the mystery. Okay. Alright. Political game. Yes.
Then the case is solved, Holmes. What do you intend to do?
Well, I shall require assistance for the arrests. There were accomplices.
Ah, but I know that look. You have your own ideas. What are they, Holmes?
On the one hand, we have the local constabulary and advice from our friend Lestrade. The problem we have there is that the authorities seem to be incapable of acting quietly. They rely on brute force. It could result in an international scandal. Our other option is Brother Mycroft and his tedious political games. He will locate the guilty parties without any trouble, but it will be a long and drawn-out process, and possibly with some compromise that will be to Mycroft's benefit. But I think I'd prefer to give Mycroft a chance. We should overlook our personal differences on this occasion.
Let us go home, then. I'd like to begin writing a draft of this story.
I did not say that we had finished here yet.
Well, all right. What did I miss?
Watson, we know that the Barcazas Company directors were drowned in the flooded quarry, along with the train and Robinson's prototype. But we still need to corner the guilty party.
But how do you intend to prove... Oh, no. Please don't tell me we have to dive into the lake.
You may rest assured that I have a far better idea. We have only to use our corrupt Doncaster station master as bait. he will unwittingly trap our Mexican friend.
Of course, you already had a plan. I shall follow you, Holmes.
Well, the case is solved, and we shall be heading home. May we have 2 tickets to London, please?
Right away, but... Wait a minute. You've solved the case?
In a manner of speaking. Can you believe that the rescue service miraculously saved one of the Chileans who were on board the train? The police have ordered his immediate escort to London on the next train.
He pulled through, then? He's alive?
Yes, by extreme good fortune. His condition is quite serious, and the method of transportation has its risk, but he will be held securely by the doctor and police officers. The gentleman carries some vital information on this case. I am sure of it.
Ah, really?
And he's going to go
Your
around telling
station will be famous, Mr. Duff. The journalists will be here before you know it. Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
Gentlemen, you are under arrest.
Caramba! You traitor! You double-crossed me!
Oh, no, wait, damn it. No, I was gonna... Yes. There we go.
Good shot, Watson. I always knew you were a talented marksman.
I didn't want another life lost in this case, Holmes.
Oh my God! I thought I was a dead man.
You shouldn't be so glad about it. You'll be up before the judge.
Your testimony will be of great importance to the investigation. I would remind you that your cooperation will be the best way to ease your sentence. By the way, Watson, would you be so kind as to give me some shooting lessons later on?
Yes, but not in our sitting room, and not with you wearing a blindfold.
It was carefully planned murder. The Mexicans killed the Chileans and sank the train to hide their crime. The dam breach was played to their advantage. They used their own barges to keep the train on the run for a few seconds and then sank it in the flooded quarry. The railway tracks were removed to hide the crime. Criminal organizations such as this cannot be confronted directly. Requires a delicate approach. The decision was made to give Mycroft the chance to resolve the conflict. Alright. Yay! Accept decision. Yes. Personality ranking, neutral. Well, that's kind of boring. Next is Bloodbath. So here's a little prologue for the next one.
Holmes, what happened?
I feel deathly.
Ugh.
And you look it. Let me examine you. Please don't tell me that you've returned to your old habits.
Okay. And I'm going to end the broadcast here on this note. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in this next case.